G'day everyone, welcome to a brand new episode. It's been a little while, but I'm back. What have we been? Probably 2 or 3 months since the last video. I had some pretty big plans about a month ago to get probably 2 or 3 videos out, but the trip never ended up going to plan. Well, I was hoping to get onto some chital. We pretty much spent the whole time just really trying to get a good stag, and we never really found one. We did get one stag right at the last minute of the trip. We've got a few clips from that trip, but it's not really enough to make a video, so I'll have to finish that trip off later when we go again later in this year. Anyways, we are in deer camp today, so we've got the next 3 days chasing fallow. Drove all the way here from home last night, so I drove overnight and then I got here basically just before sunrise. Got all my gear ready and went out for a look. Just followed the first buck that I heard croaking, really, the closest one, and it's a pretty good buck. I'm gonna spend the next couple of days, I'll have a bit of a look around, but I'm gonna spend the next couple of days trying to get onto this deer. He's probably one of the better bucks that I've ever seen personally, but yeah, we'll see what happens. Took my rifle out this morning. When I was packing yesterday, I noticed, well, I had to collapse my sight on my bow to get it in the case, and I noticed the whole mount was loose, so I tightened that up before we left, but I didn't have a chance to shoot on target. So I'm at camp now. I've just been on for a bit of a morning hunt. Everything's shut up now, so I'm going to set up camp. We'll throw the target out. I'll have a few shots, make sure everything's dialed in, and then we'll take the bow out instead of the rifle. There we go, right in the middle. Happy with that. That's 30 yards. So I've moved spots for the afternoon. It's about 3 o'clock. Just got out the car and started walking. Got the wind rights in my face, and I haven't made it, I don't know, 300 or 400 meters, and I wouldn't have even made it that far, and I've already got a buck croaking in front of me. So we're gonna go have a look. Surely it's a game of numbers. We've been inside of 30 on 5 bucks today. See what this one is. Got a feeling this could be the big fella from this morning. He's in a pretty similar spot and he's going for it. I didn't get the best look at him this morning because he was in such thick tea tree, but I got a few glimpses of his palms, and he's got some pretty big palms and quite a few points on it, but I couldn't tell exactly what. He was moving around a fair bit. Alright, can you hear him? I'm going to shut up and I'm going to try getting close. That's a very small window. Well, I sat there at 30 to 35 yards for, I don't even know how long, it was forever. And he was just going nuts. But I drew back maybe, I don't know, it would have had to been 4 or 5 times, but he just wouldn't stop in the lane. It's so thick in here, you don't get much of a chance. But now they've moved on somewhere and they're all quiet for now, so I might just hang out, see if I can hear more start up soon and give them a go. Day one, pretty promising day one. Well, there you go, guys, that's the end of day one. Got onto a fair few deer, which is pretty cool to see, so pretty keen to see what the next few days brings. But anyways, I'm gonna have dinner and then I'm gonna go to bed. It's only like 7 o'clock, but I haven't slept for like 36 hours, so probably a good idea to start fresh. Alright, see you in the morning. It's so cold. I just seen we got to 35 yards of that big buck again. I don't know, I don't think they seen me, they just trotted off like they have done every day, but everything's quiet again except for on the neighbour's place, which we can't go on. It's only just not even 7 o'clock yet, so I'm going to put my shoes and backpack and stuff back on and we'll slowly wander around through here and hopefully something fires up and we'll get in on it. We've done it. He's not that big buck, but man, he come out. He surprised me. Oh, man. I didn't even have my camera on. I was just waiting. I was just going to wait here until the afternoon for that big fella to come out. I was literally playing on my phone and I just happened to look up and there was a buck sniffing in around here. I didn't get a real good look at what he's like, but man, I haven't shot a buck with my bow for 3 years now. It's good. I had a bad run of target panic a few years ago and that ever since I feel like I've never recovered, but got him, I think, I don't know where the shot was, maybe 35 to 40 yards ish, maybe a touch, maybe 35 yards I'll say. But he's jumped the string on the shot and I've spined him and I just snuck in then and you just see me put the second arrow in while he was laying on the ground. I'm just giving him a few minutes now, he's pretty well dead. Man, oh, it's my first buck with this elite. I'm so happy. I'm gonna see what he looks like. I'm gonna probably cut him up, maybe get him back to camp, and I might come back here in the afternoon because that big buck hangs out here. I know he is. Alright, we'll go have a look at him in a sec. I can't believe it, we've done it. He's definitely no giant, but he's probably one of the better ones I've shot with a bow. Just feels good to get a buck down after so many years of not getting one. He's not real massive, but man, I'm happy with that. See where I hit him? I'm pretty sure I spined him. No, didn't spine him. Straight in. Oh, straight in there. That was a good first shot. Straight in there. I thought he dropped it. Looked like it hit him real high because he just rolled straight over. First buck for a few years. 3 years. Pretty good feeling. He's not a bad one. He's not a monster. But he's nice. He's probably up there with the better ones that I've got with the bow. Obviously I've got some better ones with a rifle, but to get in that close on deer with a bow is pretty impressive. I think his shot was about 30, 32, maybe pretty standard sort of a range, and smoked him right in here. Yep, the Elite. Such a nice shooting bow. I'm probably never ever going to go back to a low axle to axle bow. This is a 35 and it just shoots so well. Anyways, thanks for coming along, and we'll get him cleaned up. Alright, that's that done. We're all loaded up, ready to roll. There's my pack. Got me buck, got my legs, got my back straps, and my bow. Trusty old bow. Let's get her on and let's get back to the car. Alright guys, we're all loaded up. We're just heading out to the car. Got my bow, got my deer, and some meat down there. That was a good day. It was pretty unexpected, but I'm happy with it. Broke the drought, 3 years. You wouldn't believe it, GoPro on my head went flat right at the time you didn't want it to go flat. So anyways, I was stirring up that buck for ages, just doing little doe calls, and he wouldn't move. I could just see his tail, and every now and then I could see dust flicking up from where he was doing a scrape. But I ended up moving over to the right only like a metre, and not long after he was doing a scrape and he started like stepping out backwards, and he stepped out backwards and I could see him perfectly. I could see all the way up to his head. I ranged him at 37 yards, I reckon it was. Felt confident, so I had a shot. It's hard to see because I'm literally threading it through this crap here, like through this gap where that bit of sunlight is, and past that to those trees behind it. That's where he was standing. I didn't see where I hit. I heard the noise of the arrow hit and he took off. He went up that way through there. We'll go have a look, see what we can find. There you go. That's where he was doing his scrape. Have a bit of a look around, see if I can find any blood or my arrow or anything like that, and then we'll start trying to track him. The ground is so powdery in here, it's been used so much by a big rutting stand. I did a little lap. Can't see any blood yet, but I found my arrow just now. There's quite a lot of blood on that arrow, but so I'm pretty surprised I haven't found anything yet. Might just check on the bush edge, just see if there's anything going in. We'll have a look. Those noises I heard, that was him. He went down, and those low grunts I could hear must have been him just dying. Last bit of him. He was back a fair way through there, and he ran out. Must have went out in the scrub, come all the way back around, and then he's just right there. Did like a full lap. How cool is that? Well, here we are. Oh, it's hard going. When you get it done, it just makes it worth it. And look at he's broken here. He's broken down here. Man, he's a big solid buck. Look how like heavy that is. Big scars all up him. What a beast. Pretty happy with that. Oh, let's get him in the shade and let's get him cleaned up. I wish I bring a spare pair of socks today. I don't know if you can see them, there's like 10 million burrs on them. But I got one done. Now I just got to do this other one. Nice.